Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Happy Friday. Uh, First, I'd like to say the first part of the funding class was a big success. If you did not get a chance to get in on the class, the second one is coming up. I'll be posting when and how you can get involved with that class. Giving away all the secrets, all the qualifications and requirements for a variety of funding options for business as well as personal. 90% business, though. So you definitely want to check that out. And so today's, I want to talk to you guys about is why do you need a funding coach? Well, why do you need an accountant? Why do you need a doctor? Why do you need why do we have basketball coaches and football coaches and dance coaches, business coaches? I mean, there are coaches for all things in life, life coaches. Um, I mean, if you look at it like that, do you know everything you need to know about funding to start your business, grow your business, expand your business, um, create multiple streams of revenue? Um, it's not unheard of to have two or three businesses, investment properties, a number of different things, multiple streams of revenue, and having access to multiple sources of capital, from business credit to personal credit to inventory, new development, rental, property. There's so many different types of funding options, and a coach will help you with that. So here are a few things that me, as a funding coach, would provide my clients. Um, Basically structuring you on the personal end as well as on the business end to put yourself in the proper position to get funding, traditional funding, non-traditional funding, SBA funding, real estate investment funding, and that's something that I spent a lot of time and years learning and developing. Have a funding company, where I broker, find people money. I've been finding people money for uh, about 20 years, So having a funding coach is definitely an asset, almost like having your financial advisor, um, but finding you money to accomplish your goals, and knowing what the banks and lenders are looking for. Um, so they say yes, okay? And sometimes it takes some creative thinking. All right, the path is not always direct to get approved for that prime loan that you want. I often take people an indirect option for a short term and get them some quick money, and then teach them how to manage that money and invest that money into their business to make more money. Sometimes you have to pay a little higher interest for that short term money, but hopefully within 2 or 3 months, maybe four, we've got you in a better position where you can pay off the short term money and get access to better terms and interest rates on some different types of funding. I'll give you one example. I get people calling me up and coming to me to do real estate. Real estate is hot. I think it's about to be another very hot time coming up due to the pandemic and situations. It's unfortunate for some people, but it's opportunity for a lot of the rest of us. So, getting yourself in a proper position to be ready for that should be something that you're looking into, something that if you want to get into real estate, this might be the time to do it. But what are the requirements? What do you need to get? And you have a lot of information out there. People tell you to, use all your credit cards and buy property. I don't go for that. I don't think that's the best option. Obviously, you want to use other people's money to make money. Okay, until you're in a position where you can finance your own real estate deals. But one of the options is when they come to me, they got a house, they want to buy it, and they want to flip it. Okay, well, the hard money lenders want you to have anywhere from 10, a minimum 10% of the purchase price of the property. But more likely, you're going to need at least 20 to 25% of the purchase price, as well as at least 2 to 3 months of interest payments while you're doing the rehab. So that takes some capital. It might be, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 that you need to do your first property. These financial, these hard money lenders are not going to finance 100% of your deal. They will do, like I said, 90% of the purchase price as well as 100% of the rehab. But that's like a perfect scenario. And most of us are not going to fall into that perfect scenario. So I usually take people into, say, a personal loan. Get your $25,000, $50,000 in personal funding, then give you the instructions on how to find the property that the lenders will say yes to. That's another aspect of this, because there's a specific criteria of investments that they're willing to work with. They usually don't like to do anything with less than $100,000 ARV after rehab value. So you have to find the right property. Then you have to have it under contract. Okay, that's another couple of $1,000s to put the property under contract. And then you have to have a rehab budget that doesn't, take too long or cost too much. All right, the numbers got to be there. The formula's got to be there. And once you have the formula, you repeat it. Okay. So, for example, if you got a property that costs $100,000, you want to put $25,000 into it for the rehab. All right, the property needs to be at least worth 200, 225. The more the merrier for hard money lenders to be interested in it, because they're not in it to help you build your real estate portfolio. They're in it to make money. Okay, but you have to have a little bit of skin in the game, with that 10 to 20% of the purchase price. But here's the best part. Once you rehab the property and it has that ARV, now you can, once you flip it, you're making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on that one deal. You're paying back your hard money. You stack that money in the bank and repeat. Okay, you do 4 or 5 of those a year. Within a year, you got a couple $100,000 in the bank to finance your own bills. You still should use somebody else's money as much of as you can, and you just keep making money on top of that. And now you have a real estate portfolio. You're in the game, and you know what you're doing. Okay, that's just one example. All right, but even if it's equipment funding, you have to have some skin in the game. And any other type of funding, there's always going to be some collateral attached. If it's some tangible, like a home or a tractor trailer, a dump truck, food truck, restaurant, gym, you have to have some skin in the game. The equipment becomes the collateral, but they wanted you to have a vested interest with your own money. All right, so that's what a funding coach does. Knows all the ways to get you the money you need and put you in the right position to get the funding. Okay, and that's a combination of things: good personal credit, a good business credit. Business credit doesn't automatically get you funding, but it gives you access to more funding options when you have the total package. You got good personal credit, you got good business credit with the right mix of trade lines, you manage your money well. All right, now, and you got a little money in the bank. Okay, I mean, it's not a secret that the banks want to give you more money, more lines of credit when you're in that proper position. If you got money and got good credit, they're beating at your door. Hey, take a loan out. Hey, here's a new credit card. Hey, what else can we get you? Okay, and that's the position you want to get yourself into, but it takes time. It takes knowledge. It takes a strategic method to accomplish that. And if you don't know all the ins and outs of all these different types of funding options, as well as the resources, Okay, there's a lot of people out there promising, they can do this, that, the other, and you can find yourself going with the wrong type of person that takes advantage of you and not getting the results that you anticipate. One of the things that I try to advise people on is if you got to pay for something, a service up front, like $2,000 or $3,000 to get access to a loan, that's a red flag to me, because all my lenders do the paperwork, provide you the loan, and then you pay the commission, or we get the commission from the lender, one way or the other, but it's not up front. Now, other services like building business credit, you have to pay for up front, but make sure you're going with somebody that knows what they're doing. Okay, we provide that service as well, but it's a process. And during COVID times, building business credit is a little bit more difficult. It takes a little bit longer time, but it's definitely worth the investment, because there's some traditional business loans. Having business credit is a definitely asset to get you access to more traditional business loans. And an advantage of having traditional business funding is lower interest rates, larger terms, no crazy, fees and penalties and all these crazy things. But you have to have an above average credit, personal and business, to qualify for a large dollar amount of loan. Like if you want a $500,000 traditional business loan, you need to have 2 years of business tax returns, personal tax returns. You need your business needs to be making $100,000 a year for the last 2 years. So there's a lot of nuances to traditional business funding, but there's a lot of nuances to a wide range of other funding options. So it's very common for me to take someone through a less desirable funding option to get them to a better position and build everything simultaneously. Build your business, get your personal credit right, build your business credit, manage your cash flow in your business, keep accurate records, profit and loss statements, balance sheets, things of that nature. Because I know what the lenders are looking for. I know exactly what they're looking for to qualify you for a wide range of different types of funding products, from real estate to equipment to multiple types of business loans, SBA loans, hard money loans, merchant cash advance loans, inventory, accounts receivable, purchase order. There's a lot of funding options, and most of us don't even look at some of those options because we don't think that they might apply, or we have a misconception about a certain type of business. We have a misconception like the number one misconception. People come to me and say, I got 80 business credit. I want a business loan. Okay, how much money, how long have you been in business? How much money is your business making? Well, I just started, and 6 months ago, I haven't really made any money. Well, you don't even qualify for a business loan. You have to look at a different option to get funding. Okay, those are the things a funding coach will provide you, is the roadmap to reach your goal. And it might not be the direction that you think you need to go in. So that's the main thing. Having a funding coach, this opens up more avenues for you, gives you more options, helps you provide solutions to achieve your goal. If you're an entrepreneur or trying to start a business, any type of business, in working capital and credit is always necessary as an entrepreneur and a business owner to be successful. Most businesses fail within the first couple of years because of lack of capital and a lack of credit. Okay, so that's how essential it is. And everybody knows we're in 2020. It's been a crazy year. Having extra resources and having your ducks in a row is vitally important to keep your business open and running and operating. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you got any questions, give me a call. Check out my websites, davidthorpe.com, businessfundingnow.com. Book an appointment, and I will help you find the right funding option for your needs. All right, that's all I got this week. I'll catch you guys next week. Thanks. Peace.